Welcome back to Wonder Garden. If you love orchids but don't have much time to care for them every day, then today's video is a special gift just for you. With just a few simple steps and some familiar ingredients from your kitchen, you can easily grow a healthy, vibrant orchid that stays lush and blooms beautifully all year round, without frequent watering. This method can also revive faded orchids, helping them sprout new roots, grow fresh shoots, and regain their strength for a brand new blooming season full of life and color. So, make sure to watch this video until the end to learn how to do it right and enjoy the amazing results. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. This is an orchid I bought for only $3 from a flower shop near my house. After a busy period, I accidentally left it forgotten in a corner of the porch. When I finally remembered and checked on it, I was truly surprised to see that it was still alive. Its leaves had even started to become firmer and greener. Since I don't have much time for care today, I'm going to replant this orchid using a new method. First, I need to remove all the moss surrounding the base of the plant. Normally, flower shops use moss to grow orchids because it retains moisture very well. If you know how to control the watering amount properly, moss can actually be an ideal medium for the plant to thrive. However, once the plant is brought home, it's often difficult to control humidity and watering as precisely as before. As a result, the moss can become the main cause of waterlogging, root rot, yellowing leaves, leaf drop, and eventually the plant's death. That's why I'm going to completely replace the growing medium to give the orchid a new environment that's more breathable and stable for indoor living. After removing all the moss around the base, I'll use sterilized pruning scissors to trim the entire root system. This step is very important because after being grown in moss for a long time, there will definitely be some roots that are damaged, rotten, or dried out. I will completely remove any roots that are soft, mushy, or dark brown, keeping only the healthy ones that are silvery white or light green. These are signs that the roots can still absorb water and nutrients. This trimming process not only helps prevent the spread of disease from damaged roots, but also creates favorable conditions for new roots to grow stronger in the new growing environment. After trimming, I rinse the entire plant under clean running water. This washing step helps completely remove any remaining soil or moss, as well as dirt, bacteria, or mold that may be clinging to the stem, leaves, and roots. Once the plant is clean, I place it in a cool, dry area for about 2 days to let the cut areas dry completely. This helps minimize the risk of infection when we start replanting. Now comes the most important part. I'll use fresh ginger to treat the orchid. Ginger is a natural ingredient that's easy to find, yet it's incredibly effective at protecting plants. Ginger contains strong antibacterial and antifungal compounds that help prevent the growth of harmful microorganisms that often attack open wounds on the roots or stem. Moreover, bioactive compounds like gingerol and shogaol in ginger can stimulate plant tissue regeneration, helping the plant recover faster after damage. After chopping the fresh ginger into small pieces, I place them into a clean glass cup. Then, I pour about 500 milliliters of warm water into the cup, warm enough to activate the compounds in the ginger without destroying its valuable nutrients. Next, I cover the cup tightly and let it sit for 3 hours. During this time, the bioactive compounds in the ginger gradually dissolve into the water. After 3 hours, I strain out the solids, keeping only the ginger-infused water. To make the solution gentler and safer for the plant, I dilute it with an additional 500 milliliters of clean water. This gives us a mild mixture that's strong enough to disinfect, protect the roots and leaves, and stimulate the plant's natural recovery. Now, I'll soak the entire base of the orchid in this diluted ginger solution for about 20 to 30 minutes. The strong antibacterial properties of ginger will help clean the roots and prevent attacks from fungi and bacteria. While waiting, I use a soft cotton pad soaked in the ginger solution to wipe all the leaves. Ginger not only helps remove bacteria and dirt, but also prevents mold from developing on the leaf surface. I always wipe both sides of the leaves carefully, especially the underside, where most of the stomata are, allowing the plant to exchange gases efficiently. Cleaning the leaves this way helps the plant photosynthesize better and maintain its natural glossy green appearance. I'll use the remaining solution to mist the other plants in the garden. The diluted ginger solution can be used on many other ornamental plants, such as anthuriums, lilies, kalanchoe, and a few other types. This is a simple yet effective way to naturally protect your garden safely and in an eco-friendly manner. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. Next, I'll repurpose a discarded plastic bottle to create a semi-hydroponic pot. I cut the bottle in half and invert the top part into the bottom, and just like that, we have a convenient system for growing orchids. This method is especially suitable for those who don't have much time for frequent watering. The plant will absorb moisture naturally rising from the water below. Before assembling, I use a heated tool to make several holes around the neck of the bottle to improve airflow and moisture absorption. These holes allow the orchid roots to breathe better while preventing waterlogging. This is an important step to ensure the semi-hydroponic system works effectively. After soaking the roots in the ginger solution for the full time, I gently lift the plant out and begin replanting. At this point, the orchid has been cleaned, disinfected, and recharged, ready for its new growing environment. I start by placing a few large pieces of pine bark at the bottom of the pot. Then, I position the orchid in the center. Next, I continue adding pine bark around the roots until the base is fully surrounded and the plant stands firmly. Pine bark is a commonly used medium for growing orchids because it keeps the roots well aerated. In addition, pine bark contains natural minerals that benefit the plant's growth. When using it, you should choose bark that has been cleaned of sap and mold to ensure the roots remain safe. With its light, airy texture and moderate moisture retention, pine bark creates an ideal environment for orchids to develop healthy roots, glossy green leaves, and long-lasting blooms. After finishing the planting, I'll use 2 fresh aloe vera leaves to make a natural root-stimulating solution for the orchid. Aloe vera is a common kitchen ingredient, yet it has amazing benefits for plants. The gel inside the leaves is rich in nutrients such as B, C, and E vitamins, and especially natural growth enzymes that help stimulate root development, boost resistance, and help the plant recover quickly after repotting. After chopping the aloe vera, I place all of it into a glass cup. I add 500 milliliters of clean water and stir well, so the nutrients in the aloe vera gradually dissolve into the water. Then, I let it sit for about 15 minutes to allow the bioactive compounds, vitamins, and minerals in the aloe vera to be fully released. After 15 minutes, I strain out all the aloe vera solids, keeping only the clear liquid. This is the nutrient-rich extract naturally extracted from the aloe vera. Next, I pour this solution directly onto the base of the orchid, so the roots can absorb the nutrients most effectively. This step provides additional nourishment and natural antibacterial properties, stimulates the growth of new roots, and helps the plant adapt more easily to its new environment. About 10 minutes later, I discard the aloe vera water from the bottom and replace it with clean water, just enough so that the water level lightly touches the bottom of the pine bark layer. As the water evaporates, the moisture will evenly rise, keeping the environment lightly humid without causing root rot. This method allows the roots to absorb moisture naturally, promoting stable and sustainable growth. You almost don't need to water frequently. Just replace the water when it becomes cloudy or the level drops too low. It's very simple, time-saving, and still highly effective. Finally, place the plant in a well-ventilated area, away from direct sunlight, and minimize moving it around. You can see these are orchids I've planted using the same method. For these plants, the roots have grown extremely strong, spreading throughout the pot, and the leaves are glossy green, with new shoots already emerging. This shows that the plants are absorbing water and nutrients very well. I've applied this method to many other pots in the garden. All are healthy, vibrant, and growing steadily. The best part is that I no longer have to worry about daily watering, yet the orchids still bloom beautifully and consistently all year round. What do you think about this planting method? Leave a comment below to share your thoughts and orchid care experiences. Take care of your orchids with love, and they will reward you with their most beautiful blooms. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel so you won't miss any upcoming orchid care tips. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next Wonder Garden video.